Supposed to know what buttons run if you've never played this game
By
before.
run, they mean like start it up, because it's the it's the 80s.
Oh god.
Or something. I don't know. I think this was 1990 that this came out on the. I forget which version this is running. Is it TurboGrafx or Genesis?
TurboGrafx.
Okay. So anyway, this is vastly inferior to the arcade version. So the plot is kind of like really just watered down, and you have no idea what's going on. Basically, this guy's girlfriend. This guy is a total dweeb, by the way. His girlfriend was stolen by demons and ghouls. And this guy found this evil mask that talked to him, and it was like, hey, I can beef you up, and we can both achieve something we want. So that's what happens in this game. This game's plot, basically. There's a lot more to it than that, obviously, but I don't have time, and I also don't remember.
This doesn't look fun.
It is. It's actually really fun. I quite like this game. And it's actually, like, the arcade version's actually pretty creepy as well.
Are there any visual differences?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
This is really... Ah! And also sound design is really different. Like, at one point... Shit. Alright, I can't talk and do this. At one point, something happens to the girl, and it's really creepy in the arcade version, but in this version it's kind of like, what did you say? Because it's all bit crush, so you don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember this game gets very weird.
Oh, it is.
That's all I remember about it, really, other than the fact that it's gory and edgy.
It's not as weird as some other games, but...
Also, that rotting corpse hanging by a noose reminds me very much of what was that game called?
I don't
Fuck, the one that PewDiePie played a lot. What was that?
Amnesia?
Yeah, Amnesia.
I don't know how it reminds you of that.
Because the main enemies, they're just as, like, awkwardly fat as those things.
There you go. So you get a variety of weapons, which was pretty, like, today it's nothing special, but I think back then, you know, that was a pretty cool gimmick. And it was a cool gimmick to me as a child. For some reason, you know something weird, like, nowadays, you know how games back then had, like, these gimmicks that made them stand out?
Yeah.
Those still are appealing to me for some reason.
Well, yeah.
Because they're old, the new things that they added in that they used to market the game are still kind of, like, cool. You know? Because, like, a lot of people laugh at the, shit.
The spikes suck.
Actually, they don't. I just suck right now.
Very uncomfortable with the music. Very uncomfortable by the music. Is that what I just said?
Yes. By the way, we're in a sewer?
Very disturbed by this music getting faster.
How are you disturbed? Like, scary or what?
I'm the band. I'm the band Disturbed.
I don't, like, are you genuinely spooked?
Not really. I'm more grossed out because I'm kind of queasy. Which is why I was one of the reasons I'm very hesitant to do this game. Wow.
Well, trust me, the 16-bit gore is not...
Well, Mason.
What?
It takes imagination, which I have a lot of.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
Is that sarcasm, or are you agreeing with me?
It's sarcasm.
Mason. I don't appreciate that.
I think anyone can see by our thumbnails that you're not very creative.
Mason. Game Grumps took it from us.
100% better than Game Grumps. I'd say
Two knives at once.
I'd say we're like a good 30% better in Game Grumps. I'm not being serious here. Ow.
Approximately better than Game Grumps.
Confidently better than Game Grumps. Anyway, I'm sucking. Jesus. It's been so long since I rock and rolled. Game over.
Good.
So we'll play until I get a true game over. We're not gonna beat this because this game I've never beaten this game because it's actually really difficult.
It is difficult.
Like I've beaten Ninja Gaiden.
Why is there a wrench? Is that a good? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That answers my question.
I've beaten Ninja Gaiden. Trick can attest to that. I've beaten it like 3 times.
Yeah.
And so it's not like I suck at video games. I probably just suck at like these kinds.
You really didn't have to kill him. He just looks like he's just spinning around. And you do that.
Boom, boom. I really hate this section.
I don't like this game for the record. I've never played it. I'm just not a fan of kind of dark themes.
Oh.
Especially like gory. Really edgy. Like, edgy for me is definitely a rude comment. I don't see how anyone can find that appealing.
Of course, 80s edge is kind of like...
Still. Yeah.
It's
I mean, that's a fair point. I mean, for fuck's sakes, you look back at Night Trap, and that game was supposedly so scary that it created the ESRB. But you look at it now, and it's just it's just a bunch of guys in like black outfits going boogly boogly, and that's not.
I thought Mortal Kombat created ESRB.
I think it was Night Trap. Mortal Kombat might have helped.
Well, definitely.
Yeah.
Everyone was scared of all the gore. If kids see gore, they're gonna want to kill to see more
skeletons
gore.
are spooky. I never understood how skeletons were scary. Like
That's such an old-timey thing.
I'm a pussy, and I never understood what's scary about skeletons. Like, because even as a little boy of 12, I understood that, like, you know what? They're probably like really flimsy, because they don't have cartilage and shit. They're not held together by muscles. Like, you could literally see parts where they're separated from the frame, the main frame. You know?
Yeah, the main.
So all you have to do is like kick them once, and then they're just done. Like, even if they got a hold of you, what can they do really?
Oh no, it's gone.
They always do that.
Yeah, I know.
They always throw in a surprise at the end.